Hello and welcome to my daughter's big girl room. Let's see her room. Hello and welcome to my daughter's big girl room. I know I don't show my daughter on the internet anymore, but I am so proud of how her room turned out, and I am a renter. When will we ever be able to buy houses? I don't know. If I move out of California, maybe one day, but I wanted to show what I did to make this room really fun and exciting. And obviously I'm someone that loves color, so it is colorful. And it is renter friendly, depending on your landlord. Some landlords are strict about putting holes in walls, but mine let me put some holes here and there. But those can be patched up. Okay, I'm rambling. Let's see her room. There is no real theme to her room other than now that my daughter is 3, I know more about who she is and what she likes. I know her favorite color is rainbow, so I could really go crazy on the colors. I think 3 is a great age where you can really see the interests of your child and kind of make their big kid room inspired by their own interests because it is their room. I also know she really loves animals, and so I incorporated a lot of animals. She really loves the letter A because she knows it stands for her name. She loves books, so I got some bookshelves. She loves fashion and really fun frilly tutu princess dresses. We have a little mannequin set up so she can express her fashion self and see her outfits on like a little mannequin before she tries them on. My friend actually got this for us. It was not my thought, but it is perfect for her. This is probably the one section of her room that isn't totally renter friendly because we do have some nails in the wall, but actually these little cloud shelves, adhesive tape, so there's no damage to the wall. So this is an option you can do. I got them off Amazon and they come in a ton, not a ton, maybe like 5 different colors. But yeah, I really just wanted like a fun way to spruce up this wall above her dresser that once was a changing table. But I went ahead and knew early on in the nursery that a dresser was something that could last for decades. So I got a really nice one from West Elm. And then it's just a bits and bobs of different things I collected. I will link everything that I can down below. But I would say most everything in her room, there's something from West Elm, there's something from Cocoa Village. Some of the artwork is from Lovevery, but a lot of it is Amazon and really, really affordable. If you have followed my channel for a while, then you would know we still have the same bed from Cocoa Village. It is a full size, which is very large. Her old room was a little bit bigger, just a different layout, and so it fit better. So I didn't want to buy a new bed. I made it work in this space. I just realized this bear is doing like the weirdest splits. Let me just get her in action. All pillows chosen by my daughter because again, it's her room, so she gets to have whatever pillows she wants. We did this wall decal, little blossom cherry tree back here, and the bulk of it was done by my friend. And then we had my daughter come in and do all the leaves. So all the greenery was done by her, which is really fun to incorporate her into the design. That's probably one of her favorite things, and it was such a last minute add because again, it wasn't something I did, it was something so thoughtful that my friend surprised us with. But I do know it was Amazon. It came in an Amazon box, so I'm gonna get that link from him if you're interested and put it down below. Along with all my other good finds, I always link everything. If not, leave a comment and I will update the description or just give it to you in the comments. As you can see behind me, there is this long hallway I can try to show you, but essentially there was no way to really decorate it without painting it, and I didn't want to go ahead and paint this room. The best option I could think of was doing this fake scalloped wainscoting of these wall decals, and so they're all single pieces that you just layer, and I layered it against both hallways, and then went ahead and added some animal artwork because again, my daughter loves animals. We have a zebra, a flamingo, an elephant. My daughter picked the placement, and these are Lovevery. These were actually in, I think, her first nursery, And then I'll try to get a better view of this, but this is something that is totally renter friendly. These are wall decal butterflies, and so I have them on this wall and the other wall over here, just kind of flying up, adding some texture and dimension to otherwise boring hallways. The butterflies, totally renter friendly. They are just stuck on. I will say it's not the best stickiness, so I might have to go in and get maybe Gorilla Tape. I forget what it's called. I'll link it down below, but there's another version that's renter friendly that you can just add that might be a little stickier. Right now only one has fallen, but I'm a little scared that that was a taste of what might be to come. You can see the fake scalloped wainscoting. Is that what it's called when there's, it's always in those nice elegant houses that they have those baseboards. I love that when they create like a different dimension between the wall, but the actuality of that is very expensive. So these wall decals were my little hack. We have them kind of circling back here. If I put the blind back enough, you can't tell that they don't go all the way back. Like I said, my daughter loves books. She actually put all the books in herself, and I was able to build these bookshelves myself. So they're very easy to do. If I can build something correctly the first time, it's like 10 out of 10 easy, because I am not a crafty builder. I'm artistic, but yeah, not with wood. These were $30 from Amazon, and I only bought one, but they sent two, and so I double checked. I only bought one, so I'm a little confused on if you actually get two of them, if I built them incorrectly, but somehow they both work, or if they just accidentally sent me two. But it ended up working perfectly for this awkward area at the end of her bed. And I want to get like a little fluffy cushion here so she can sit here and pick her books and read. But this was such a good find. Get out of the way. You can see the little mannequin over here with a dress on it. It's just so cute. And my daughter is such a fashion dress girly, and this is not something I put on her at all. Like, I dressed her, everyone said I dressed her like a boy in the beginning. Two-piece sets. Being a fashion dress girly was just who my daughter is. Maybe she'll grow and change, but for right now, this is such a cute little find. I'm obsessed, and worked really well in this little corner. I do think, unfortunately, this Cocoa Village bed is discontinued, but there's a lot of things you can find out there like it. I just like that it was a small owned Canadian brand. They're still a company, I just don't think they make this bed anymore. But if you can get a bed with storage, I have all our extra bedding in here. I wash sheets like a crazy person. I always want to be prepared if an accident does hit, or, you know, even just snot. I like clean sheets myself, so I do it for my daughter. So I always have backup sheets. If I'm washing it, I can throw a new set on. I don't want to wait for that drying time. And there is actually so much storage in here. I think you could put another mattress in eventually if we were in like the sleepover stage. I know I said I wouldn't do sleepovers, but I would do them in my house if like the mom also wanted to sleep over. I don't know, single mom life, weird things like that could happen. But yeah, I think you could put another mattress in here, but for storage, it is so deep. I keep my own extra bedding and extra sheets in here. So something like this in a kid's room, when you're dealing with a smaller space, if you can make storage anywhere, I'm all about adding secret storage, and it keeps things neat and tidy. If I bring you around to the other side of the room, we have a big mirror here, which I actually thought in a kid's room would create nightmares, because like imagine waking up and being a kid for the first time and then you see your reflection, but it hasn't been an issue. The only thing I could really do with this area is add this height chart that my friend got for us. Very cute mermaids. My daughter loves mermaids. It's perfect. She's right here, if you're wondering, and people think I'm tall. I'm 5'4". Not the most organized closet person, but I think I'm doing pretty well. I keep stuff we don't use too often in these storage bins up here. This is something I bought that I really want to hang up, but I don't know where it's going to go in her room. It's from Pottery Barn Kids. I had it personalized and it took forever to get to me, and I think it's so cute to just sit up here, but I don't know where this could go. So right now, it's up here. Because my daughter is a dress girl, I have all of her dresses hung up. When you're buying big poofy dresses, you really should hang them. They take up so much room in a dresser that's just like pull-ups and undies and pajamas, and I have a section of stuff to donate that's too small in there. So most of her stuff is hung up because she's an extra kind of gal, and I'm all about it. I found the cutest little felt pink hangers. I actually got these years ago when she was a newborn, and now we're finally using them. If we move down, this is a storage unit that used to just be out on display in her old room. I didn't have the space for it here, but I realized it worked really good for extra storage and mostly toy storage in her closet. And I didn't clean it before this video. That's just real life. So I try to section it into like music. This is her medical stuff because she loves to play doctor. These little magnet tiles are a hoot, honestly, for the adults. It's fun to build stuff. These squishy things should go up there, or no, squishy things over here. We got some dolls, but yeah, that is pretty much her closet. I was just editing this video and I realized I never said goodbye. I filmed that yesterday and I had to go run and pick up my daughter from preschool, which is actually what I have to go do right now. But I was like, I can't just leave you hanging on the closet. We got only a few minutes, but I am not going to leave you hanging. We are now in my bedroom, which is a stark difference from my daughter's room. I put all of my love and energy there and kind of decorating a lot of the living room, and I need help in my room. I'm at a loss. As someone who loves color and fun, funky, maximalist design, I actually don't like to sleep like that. And so my bedroom is super neutral. I'll show you. I have done pretty much nothing. I got a funky mirror and pampas grass in my room, but other than that, she's neutral. And I do want to keep her neutral, but I want like a little bit more fun. More fun than just some blackout blinds and pampas grass. Which is why I would like to ask you if you have any thoughts, or if you have a Pinterest board that is kind of this, I want like a relaxing, zen, neutral, spa-like vibe in my room. If you have a Pinterest board for that, please send it to me, DM it to me. I will be forever in your debt because I just don't know how to do neutral. If you did enjoy this video and our little room tour, please give this video a like. It really does help out my channel so much. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see from me next. And follow me on TikTok because I'm trying to be more active on there. As a millennial, it's been a process. I'm used to over speaking. I'm used to long form YouTube content, but I'm trying on TikTok. And yeah, Instagram down below. I'm assuming you follow me there. Probably should. Thank you so much for sticking till the end, and I will see you guys next Monday. Love you. Bye.